When the world's major powers were busy making their war machines more destructive, scientists discovered a metal that could blow enemy tanks into the sky. When fired, it could not only pierce through enemy armored vehicles but also ignite a fire that could turn the enemy's morale to ashes. This metal was called depleted uranium. Uranium is a natural metal used to make nuclear fuel. When the most radioactive part, uranium-235, is removed from this uranium, what remains is called depleted uranium. It is slightly less radioactive than regular uranium, but it has a special property. It is very heavy and dense, meaning if you hold a glass marble and a depleted uranium marble of the same size, the depleted uranium-1 will feel many times heavier. This weight, hardness, and ability to catch fire make it a favorite metal for weapon manufacturers. The question is, why is depleted uranium used in bullets and shells? Friends, the special property of depleted uranium is that it can catch fire even after hitting its target. This makes it ideal for ammunition used against armored vehicles, ICM tanks, and bunkers. When this bullet or shell hits the enemy tank, it not only penetrates it, but also ignites a fire that can burn the soldiers inside the tank. Interestingly, this metal is so hard that where an ordinary iron or glass shell cannot break through, depleted uranium does the job. The United States is the first and most frequent user of depleted uranium in weapon manufacturing. Additionally, the UK used it alongside the US in Iraq, and it is also believed that Russia possesses DU or depleted uranium ammunition. In addition, China and Pakistan also possess depleted uranium ammunition. Speaking of the operational history of depleted uranium shells, during the Gulf War, the US used thousands of DU shells against Iraq, which tore through tanks. In the Iraq War of 2003, the US and Allied forces again used DU ammunition. Additionally, during the 1999 bombing of Kosovo, NATO used depleted uranium to destroy Serbian tanks. Although there is no clear evidence regarding Afghanistan, some reports suggest that DU was also used there. Additionally, in recent years, there have been reports that the UK has supplied Ukraine with DU Maitete ammunition to counter Russian toward tanks. When it comes to its effects, the use of depleted uranium has been controversial worldwide. Its radioactivity contaminates the land and air for a long time. Incidents have been reported in Iraq, Kosovo, and other areas where, after the use of DU, people have faced cancer, birth defects, and other illnesses. In the Iraqi city of Fallujah, there has been an increase in the rate of unusual diseases in newborns, which has been blamed on DU ammunition. Depleted uranium is a weapon that has indeed introduced a new form of devastation. It tears through enemy tanks, burns soldiers, and renders the land toxic for years. In this race for power, where on one side countries seek their security and dominance, on the other side ordinary people, innocent civilians, future generations pay the price. It is said that wars are not only fought on the battlefield but also within the depths of human bodies and land, and depleted uranium is the most silent yet deadly weapon of this silent war. And if we talk about Pakistan, Pakistan has developed a 105mm anti-tank depleted uranium round. The 105mm anti-tank round is a very powerful shell specifically designed for the Pakistani Army's Type 59 tanks, which have been upgraded with 105mm cannons. This shell is based on DU APFSDS, which stands for depleted uranium, armor piercing, fin stabilized, discarding sabot technology capable of penetrating even the strongest armor of enemy tanks. The speed of this shell reaches up to 1450 meters per second when fired, which is very fast, and it has the power to pierce through 450 millimeters of thick steel armor regardless of the angle. But friends, Pakistan has developed even better ammunition than this. Especially in tank warfare, the need for advanced weapons to effectively counter enemy tanks had become a crucial requirement. Keeping this need in mind, Pakistan developed a powerful anti-tank shell named Naiza. Naiza is a 125mm anti-tank shell specifically designed for the T-80UD tanks used by the Pakistan Army. It is an advanced type of DUD APFSDS shell, meaning it is a long and slender shell made of depleted uranium that can penetrate the thick metal of enemy tanks at very high speeds. This shell was first presented to the public at the International Defense Exhibition held in the United Arab Emirates in 2001. At that time, it was stated that this shell is 25% more powerful than Pakistan's older 105mm DU shells. The Naiza shell uses a special type of saddle-type sabot, which makes it better synchronized with the T-80UD tank's autoloader and improves its accuracy. In 2002, at the Ideas Defense Exhibition held in Karachi, this shell was also displayed alongside other DU shells made by various Pakistani institutions. This shell has the capability to penetrate 550mm of thick metal armor of enemy tanks, making it a dangerous and powerful anti-tank weapon. The Naiza shell is a proud advancement of Pakistan's defense industry. Yes, it not only has the capability to counter advanced tanks, but also serves as evidence that Pakistan is moving towards self-reliance to meet its defense needs locally. Friends, while we are engrossed in our lives, unaware of many things, several institutions in Pakistan are working tirelessly for the country's defense. Among them is the National Defense Complex. This is the institution that has developed rounds like Naiza, and in addition, this institution has also developed missiles like Babur, Nazar, Shaheen Fanir and the Tuay. This dates back to the 1990s when there was a tremendous need for advancement in the field of defense technology in Pakistan. At that time, the chairman of the Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, Munir Ahmad Khan, envisioned establishing an institution that could develop advanced weapons and missile systems for land, air, and sea. To realize this vision, a wing named Special Development Works was transformed into a new institution named the National Defense Complex. The leadership of this important institution was entrusted to a nuclear and science expert named Dr. Samar Mubarakmand. He became its first director and later assumed the position of DG. This project was part of the vision of the then Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto. However, when Nawaz Sharif became Prime Minister in 1993, he completed this institution, and in 1995, the country's most important missile program, the Shaheen missile system, was handed over to NDC. That's all for now. Subscribe for more.